Dreams can be joyful, disturbing, or even inspiring. They've even been used to predict the future. 7 years ago in Missouri, one teenager's dreams led to a murder conviction.
This morning, the man sent to prison is waiting to hear if his conviction will be thrown out. 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty has the story of one father who has never stopped seeking justice.
Bill Ferguson will spend this Father's Day the way he has for the past 6 years, working obsessively to find new evidence that will set his 27-year-old son free. Ryan Ferguson is in a Missouri prison for second-degree murder.
I'm going to be able to prove that my son is innocent. I didn't know how, but I knew I could.
There never was any physical evidence tying the younger Ferguson to the murder of Kent Heitholt, a Columbia Tribune newspaper sports editor who was strangled and bludgeoned to death on Halloween 2001. There was only the words of two witnesses. Charles Erickson, one of Ferguson's high school classmates, first connected Ferguson to the murder after telling friends he dreamed that he and Ryan committed it. When questioned by police, Erickson initially seemed to know few details.
We know for a fact that his belt was ripped off of his pants and he was strangled with his belt.
Really?
But a year later at trial, Erickson showed no such doubts.
He had a belt, and he had his foot on his back, on the victim's back, and he was pulling up on the belt.
The other witness was Jerry Trump, an office janitor, who clinched Ferguson's conviction when he dramatically pointed him out as a man leaving the scene.
Would you point to that individual, please?
Yes.
But in sworn testimony at a hearing in April, both witnesses say they lied. Erickson told the court he was pressured by the police and prosecutor to name Ferguson. Jerry Trump admitted he couldn't identify anyone at the crime scene, and in a poignant moment told the court what he wished for now.
I'd like to have forgiveness from Ryan and his family.
Both men could face perjury charges, and their efforts might not even free Ferguson. The Missouri Attorney General stands by the conviction. It's now up to a judge to decide if Ryan Ferguson's conviction should be thrown out, and if he will finally be reunited with the father who has never doubted him.
Erin Moriarty is back with us this morning. This is a disturbing case.
What's really odd is this case was disturbing to me 7 years ago before the trial even happened. I never thought he'd be convicted. I am not kidding. Ryan Ferguson was convicted on the word of a high school friend who originally started dreaming. I mean, this is a young man who had had a lot of drug problems. He would have blackouts. He read about this case. 2 years later, he starts dreaming. He goes to the police thinking, okay, tell me, did I do it or not? They're so excited about solving a case. You see him on the police videotapes. He knows nothing about the case. By the time it comes to trial, he's the best witness. Ryan Ferguson is convicted, and 7 years later, he may or may not get out. I mean, I still have trouble believing this case. That's why we've been following it so long.
May or may not.
May or may not. I mean, it's very iffy. It's going to take a very brave decision on the part of this judge, because recantations, there's really only two pieces of evidence, two witnesses against this young man at all that tie him at all to the crime. No physical evidence at all. But now they've recanted, but in appeals, most of the time recantations don't carry a lot of weight. Now, in this case, both of these witnesses face perjury charges. They had no reason to come forward. The fact that they came forward actually put them, it's to their detriment. So maybe that will help, but he may not get out.
You say you kept coming back to this, and each time you came back, there was also some new bit of evidence that you found, and that's one of the reasons that actually one of the people came forward, correct?
Oh,
they just couldn't deal with seeing it anymore?
Absolutely. He said that on the stand in April. I was at this hearing, and Jerry Trump, the janitor, they said, why are you coming forward? And he said, I kept seeing this case. It was never going to go away. I decided I finally just had to tell the truth. Also, an attorney has come forward and helped this case from seeing this on television.
Came from your reports, as I understand it. Always good to have you with us, especially twice in one day. Erin, thanks.